for the side of NG Blue, it's going to be Yer on the Lucio, Mint on Symmetra, Shades on Junkrat, Zaf on the Mercy, Nutty B on the Reinhardt, and Ludano on the Widowmaker. And this is interesting because you don't always see teams run Symmetra on King's Row. It's more of a decision now. It's not sort of the automatic pick that it once was. And the reason for that is that, Symmetra did get nerfed a while back. She has 25 shields instead of 50, and that means that you really have to value the teleporter to want to run her. But we'll see if it works out for NG Blue here early on King's Row.
Yeah, and this is one of the maps where we used to see Symmetra as 100% staple. Back, if you went all the way back to the points where we had the triple support meta, back when Lucio could frag, especially back then, and when her shields were 50 instead of 25, we used to see her all the time. Not so much these days, but still, there is the time and the place for Symmetra.
Alrighty, so here we go. The gates are about to open, and we'll see what Graviton Surge has on the agenda. Soon is on that offensive Widowmaker. He's going to be looking for pickoffs early on, but it can be difficult to land these picks as Widow on King's Row. You really have to look for an opportunity. Reinhardt can shut down a lot. Teams usually put themselves in a good defensive position, but here we go. The offense already getting good positioning here, and
look at this positioning for defense here. They're so passive, so tucked away into the corner. And this is something we've seen by plenty of other teams as well, but just a really calm and collected defense for the defending team here.
Yeah, and the offense isn't really going too far aggro just yet, but Zebosai, first pick of the game, takes out Shades. Shades was gainsider's Junkrat, was punished for it immediately. Ludano, though, striking right back, takes out Soon. Ludano, in fact, on the double kill, making the defensive Widow work, and he did enough to let the defense just roll in and clean things up. Crew will take him out in the back, but Crew probably about to go down. Not much life left. In fact, the Mercy Res going to seal his doom.
What do you think about that Mercy Res right there? I'm a little bit surprised that we saw that. I mean, I'm
surprised on one hand, but on the same note, Mercy builds ult so quickly, they probably just figured it was better to get Ludano back before the offense started their next run.
Yeah, it's the question of, do you want to be down 5 versus 6 for about 10-15 seconds, or do you want to blow your ultimate? And you're right, Zaf already has 50% of his ultimate built up, but
Mercy Res charges perhaps a bit too quickly. Ludano, though, laying on the defensive fire, had to make Soon run away with his poke, and the defense very content to sort of hang further back, make the offense come to them, and it's working right now. Probably one of the biggest issues I have to deal with now is Ludano. He did a huge amount of work in the last fight, and Soon, as of right now, not successful in taking him out.
Yeah, Soon looking for the shots and pretty much away from the rest of his team as they're going to try to take down the defending Reinhardt shield. The Reinhardt shield is cracked. It is weak, but it's still up, and does look like a nice hold by NG Blue. Solidly going to be able to hold here. They still got the Mercy Res, but actually Mercy Zappy has been taken out. So all of a sudden, this is swung entirely in favor of Graviton Surge.
Yeah, what happened there, defense got a little bit over aggro, overcommitted. McCree went for the flanking Deadeye to knock as much as he needed to do, and the offense was able to turn around in part with a great Earth Shatter by Skipjack. So just like that, Graviton Surge able to turn things in their favor. They get the payload moving, and now it's going to be up to the defense of NG Blue to sort of go back a bit, regroup, and try and buy some time here in the streets phase of King's Row.
Oh, this is interesting. Soon has switched off of Widowmaker and now onto Winston. And I think this definitely makes sense. He's going to be able to place that barrier in the middle of the streets here, and that barrier is pretty wide. I mean, it basically covers the entire street area. So we'll see. Will we see the Winston jump on and engage? He's actually going to go for the enemy Widowmaker, so Soon looks to be trying to take out the enemy Widowmaker as he's switched off Widowmaker himself.
Oh, here we go. Defensive tire on the way, going to take out Zebosai. And that's a worthy pick, taking out the McCree, especially in this meta. A huge pickoff, and the defense now taking the opportunity to be very aggressive after that pickoff, pushing the offense of Graviton Surge back. Fire Strike almost getting kill on its own. Ludano going to take off out Crew with that Fire Strike's help. And defense going to push the offense back, and Graviton have to regroup.
My ultimate is charging.
All right. So we will look to see how Graviton Surge engages here. They need to take down that Widowmaker, so Soon is going to jump on up there and try to 1v1, but no, it's McCree that rotates up, so Soon forced to push back ZP.
Here comes Skipjack. Soundbear is out here for the offense. They're moving in. He's waiting for his updated Earth Shatter. Shadesell getting the double kill on the defensive end. Skipjack, though, lands the charge. Resurrection is up. Earth Shatter could be coming down here in just a second, but no. Skipjack still holding on to it, having patience, and there it is, going to knock 2 people down the Earth Shatter, but might not have the follow-up he wants to turning to a bit of a brawl here on the point. Defense and offense both being a bit bloody here.
Could we see a res here? It's going to be a res for attack, and he only brings back one player, but I actually like this res because this is going to give them a decent advantage now, and they're really, really close. They're getting even closer now to collecting this checkpoint. So a single res out of there from Kratos, but it's still allowing the momentum to continue here for Graviton Surge.
Yep, the defense gonna have one chance here to defend this. Earthshatter coming in from the back, not the worst, is Nutty B somehow getting knocked way into the air. Graviton is out though for the attack. They pick up 3 kills off that. Crew making his mark with that Graviton Surge, definitely living up to the team billing here as they move forward, and they should be able to get this next checkpoint.
Okay. Nutty B surviving longer than expected, but that's actually not good for NG Blue. Nutty B is going to be out of the picture for the next 15 seconds or so. And that's free pushing now for Graviton Surge as they're going to start to make it very, very close to the end of the map here. And any switch-ups on defense, it doesn't look like it. This is like the standard Kings Row lineup on defense. It doesn't get more standard than this.
Widowmaker definitely coming to play here on the defense. Of course, I've been warning Widow for the entire game, but Ladano now has Soon in his face, but he's getting healed by Mercy, able to use the SMG to his advantage, but it might not matter. 3 kills here for the offense as they move forward with the distraction on the Widow, and Graviton Surge being very, very aggressive here as they move forward. Skipjack leading the way, shielding for his team. And this is dangerous right now for NG Blue. If they don't stabilize, they could get into just a kill staggering cycle, but right now they are able to hold on. We'll see where this goes.
Yeah, neither Mercy with the res. Just got to do it the old-fashioned way for now. And actually not a whole lot of ultimates up for either team, although, yeah, it's fairly even, frankly, right now. So no big advantage, but yet here comes Graviton Surge. They're pushing in. It's going to be defensive ultimate popped first by Nutty.
Oh no! Nutty B charges into the pit after the
what?
After the Earth Shatter. We'll see if that costs her or not. The defense still getting the better of this right now. They are going to take out Nevik, so I think NG Blue not going to get punished too much from that. He got pushed a little bit to the side and ended up charging directly to the pit. That could have been disastrous. My goodness.
All right, back to the drawing board, and it is going to be, this time, an ultimate advantage for Graviton Surge. In just a second now, they're going to have, looks like 4 ultimates up in just a couple of seconds. And I'm expecting them to engage any second here, though they don't. Oh shit, Skipjack left with no health. He's going to go down super fast. So it was looking good there for a second, though. Easy, clean picks, though. And that's going to mean that NG Blue holds strong.
Yep, NG Blue will buy themselves more valuable time. For those who are just doing that, we are running stopwatch here, so whatever time is set here by the offense, the defending team will get their chance to beat that time right after. But here comes Crew. He has Graviton Surge at the ready, going to be dropping the salt here in just a second. Hasn't fired it off just yet, looking for his opportunity. Will pull 2 people in, helps get a double kill. Zebo side with the follow-up. Zebo making it a triple kill as Graviton Surge coming in strong here. Resurrection not going to be coming out here for the defense. Zap went down early in that fight, and now this might be too much for the defense to come back from here.
Oh, can they stop it? Ladano gets in there in the last possible second, so this will be stretched out a little bit longer here for Graviton Surge. They haven't been able to cap just yet, and this is actually going to continue to be delayed as the delay tactics are coming out. Everyone jumping onto the point. It's going to be 3 tanks now for the defending team. They've switched things up, but it will finally be captured here. And that's a middling time. That's an average time here set for Graviton Surge.
Yeah, I mean, if you're NG Blue, you're pretty happy with that defense. That's a beatable time. We've seen teams really come back in force on Kings Row. But it's gonna be, I mean, we'll see how things go. I could really see it going either way. As you mentioned, it's a middle of the road time. But we have some teams go as quick as under 5 minutes at Kings Row with regularity. So, you know, for NG Blue, I think this is an okay situation to be in.
And actually, I want to call out in that play of the game, if you're a little bit newer to the game of Overwatch, I want to call something out in particular. Even though the Reinhardt shield was up and the McCree wasn't able to get a lot of kills, Zebosai wasn't able to get a ton of kills with that Deadeye, when you shoot people behind a Reinhardt shield with a fully charged Deadeye, it actually does a crazy amount of damage to that Reinhardt shield. And you'll see that coming into play all the freaking time. If there's like 3 or 4 people behind a Reinhardt shield, you're not safe from the Deadeye because that Deadeye can actually break the shield and kill those people behind it as well. So yeah, just a little pro tip for you guys out there. You want to get behind the wall more so than behind the Reinhardt shield, if at all possible.
Definitely, and I mean, you want to talk about things that beyond just like damaging the shield down. There's also cases where another Reinhardt can charge in, break the shield that way effectively by bringing him to the side, or when you have tournaments where or there is no hero limit, another McCree can just walk up and flashbang to help the other McCree, which is sort of one of the funny synergies that McCree has with himself. But today we are running 1 hero limit, so I'm not going to be seeing too much of dull McCree shenanigans.
Yep. Does very much change the tone of the game because in, for instance, the Take TV tournament last weekend, we saw almost every European team sticking with double McCree on almost every map, and it was time and time again double McCree, a lot of double Winston as well, although there was more Zarya in play. So yeah, things are definitely switched up, and the meta turned on its head here.
I'll take a look here at the defense coming out from the side. Graviton Surge, they're going to be running soon here on the Widowmaker. Zebosai on the McCree, Skipjack on Reinhardt, Crew on the defensive Junkrat, Kratos on Mercy, and they will also be running defensive Symmetra here with Nevix.
Order will be restored.
All right, let's see what the attacking team ends up choosing here. Does look like the bread and butter standard lineup again for NG Blue as they switch and take their turn to attack here. Yeah, I mean, both teams very standard lineups. We're seeing Junkrat so frequently on defense and even offense as well, but especially on defense here on King's Road.
Alrighty, so the defense now is set up. Soon is going to be looking for those pickoffs. Has Shades in his sights. Almost got the pickoff. Not able to land the headshot. Has to back up. In fact, being a little bit cautious here, but could pay off in the end. Offense going to get through that first part of the map, and soon not able to get the pickoffs that he wants here. Did have a chance of getting both Mercy and Pharah, and we'll see if this costs Graviton Surge as we go forward.
All right, Shades is looking for a flank here with Pharah, but kind of all by himself. A little bit of a danger zone, but of course we've seen this work so many times. That flanking Pharah on the first point is incredibly important.
Flanking Pharah can definitely get a lot of work done. Ladano, though, was able to get a very important early pick, but he's going to go down to Crew. Crew using Junkrat's mobility to his advantage. Both teams getting their licks in here. The defense trying to hang in there, but they've just suffered too much attrition. The offense comes in much, much quicker than the defense does reinforcement-wise, especially if there's no teleporter up, so really NG Blue taking it to Graviton Surge right now.
Yeah, but Zebosai looking to pull off a miracle, able to stun the Reinhardt, get the kill, and Crew actually combos there for a number of kills. Suddenly, NG Blue has hit a brick wall.
Yeah, that was looking really good for NG Blue to start out with. They sort of collapsed towards the end, giving an opportunity here for the defense of Graviton to sort of reestablish. The teleporter is going to be coming up from Nevix, and they can get back into their early defensive positioning here. So even though they have 2/3 captured, they're going to need to do a little bit more on the offense. But Ladano doing just that in the pickoff on the Nevix, looking for more. Does have recon set up. You're with the Deadeye, able to take out Reinhardt. And now 2 quick kills here for the offense soon. Trying to bring this back in his favor. Takes out Shades. Might not be enough, but he takes out the offensive Widow.
Fantastic team coordination for Graviton Surge there. If you guys noticed, the McCree threw the flashbang, stunned the enemy Reinhardt just in time for the attacking Reinhardt to drop his Earth Shatter while that shield was down, and that's the kind of team play that makes team fights go in your favor. A little subtle stuff like that, I mean, it's really not that subtle, but that kind of stuff is so incredibly important in Overwatch.
Alrighty, so the defense now going to establish here in the streets phase. The offense of of NG Blue able to cap the first point, and they have things rolling. Time-wise, they have a lot of time left. They have 5 minutes and 20 seconds left to complete the map. They get through the streets phase here quickly. Might be all they need, but the defense now activating Lucio Speed Boost, moving in, but they're going to get met with the offensive sound barrier. Shades Justice raining from above, getting the double kill, and that was very ill-fated for the defense of Graviton Surge.
All right. Really nice stuff now as Zebosai and Crew continue to push this payload at a very nice pace. And after being stumped for just the first couple of minutes, they've basically moved forward unopposed. And even Shades so far, so deep behind enemy lines, crouch walking, but the Mercy's gonna give everything away. Shades needs to do damage here, or he's actually in a dire position, but Shades able to back off and meet with his team.
This is rough times right now for Graviton Surge. They still have to defend for 4.5 minutes. I'd like to see them switch to a Widow here if nothing else, this will get a little bit more power. But here comes Crew. Barrage over the top, getting the double kill, looking for the triple, will pick up the triple. So Crew exploding, but the Mercy Res coming in, going on to do a lot of that work. But look at this defense still swarming. Earth Shatter coming down, and this is cleanup on all sorts of level here.
Oh my god, it's still going
Graviton.
though. Still starting to go further and further in favor of Graviton Surge on defense here, as they actually have a couple of minutes left that they need to hold. A really long time, actually, that they're going to need to hold on this last choke.
It can be hard. I mean, I'm surprised they haven't switched to a Widow yet, just because of how good Widow is here on this last point. There's no offensive Widow either, so Widow mysteriously absent from both teams here.
Yeah, interesting to see Soon now on 76. I mean, he's been playing quite well with whoever he's chosen throughout this game, but Soon now playing on 76, and you got to imagine that's primarily for the heal, just giving his team even more survivability in their next fights.
All right, Deadeye coming out here from the defense will work to crack the Reinhardt shield. The offense, though, just backing out, dealing with it pretty well. Now they have a good opportunity of their own. I think we're going to be seeing a Deadeye here from Ure in just a second. Nutty B takes out Soon with that Fire Strike, and now 65. This is a big opportunity for the offense. Lucio's speed boost is in. Deadeye is in. They're just waiting for that Reinhardt shield to get cracked. He will take out Zebosai, but Reinhardt on the defense coming right back in. Earth Shatter knocking down 4 people. Even so, lacking a little bit of power here. They did lose a lot of people early on, and the offense being relatively resilient.
Yeah, and a bunch of ultimates now up for NG Blue as they're going to pop the Pharah ultimate and get 4 Shades, opening this up like a book for his team, and they're going to just roll this payload forward. I don't think there's any chance to stop this.
No, not in the least. Time-wise, they have plenty of time as they roll in here, and that is going to be NG Blue taking King's Row away from Graviton Surge. Graviton Surge will be knocked in the losers. And NG Blue going to go on very likely now to face up against either Envy or SG1 in our quarterfinals. Or semifinals.
Very, very nicely played by NG Blue. Both teams running with very similar compositions, but again, it is, of course, King's Row, where you do see more solid compositions than any other map. I mean, this map, more than any other map, has defined staples of the meta. So no big surprises in the hero selections for either team.
Alrighty, so we're going to get back in here, look at the brackets, see what is coming up next. But we're going to be bringing you both matches in the winners semifinals. 2 really good matches will be along the way. This is where things really heat up. Some of the best teams here getting through the 64-team bracket. Things moving relatively quickly here today. And yeah, definitely excited to see whatever the next matchup might be.